Hey, are you a fan of Grand Theft Auto? Specifically, are you a fan of the in-game radio, internet, and television? You found something really special? You're really gonna like this. I'm Rob Morris, American screenwriter, TV producer, and unapologetic Grand Theft Auto superfan. Welcome to Vinewood Public Access.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Where big time dreams meet
Downtown delusion.
Do you remember the Grand Theft Auto talk radio stations like these?
No. Keep them out of here. We do not want any more old folks.
My favorite Grand Theft Auto talk radio station of all time was the first one, Chatterbox.
All right, Liberty City, this is your talk radio show Chatterbox, where your opinion matters.
I always love the talk radio stations, and as much as I love this,
peanut butter and ice cream, guns and butter, ants in your damn pants, it all makes sense, because you eat peanut butter and ice cream, you're gonna get diarrhea.
So I set out to make my own Grand Theft Auto talk radio station set in the universe of GTA Online. I set out to make my own Grand Theft Auto talk radio station, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. What started out as a small project quickly became a very big undertaking that is now multiple hours long. What you clicked on are the first 2 full in-game broadcast days of Vinewood Public Access. They're both 48 minutes long, and they sync up with the in-game clock. If you want to know more about Vinewood Public Access and how it came to be, there's videos you can watch. In the meantime, enjoy.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
where big time dreams meet
Downtown delusion.
Good morning, everyone. We are into the wee hours here in Los Santos, which means the freeways are empty, the coyotes are getting bold, and the only people awake are cab drivers, insomniacs, and the guy in my building who plays drums with his forehead. You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access, the only station in the city with more dead air than funding. And if you're wondering why I'm still here, well, so am I. Until someone books this godforsaken time slot, or until Kevin updates our grant paperwork, we're required to broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Public Access never sleeps, even if I desperately want to. Now, earlier tonight, in a moment of weakness and misplaced optimism, I went to Studio Los Santos in Del Perro. Don't ask me why. I think I had some delusion about reconnecting with the kids and what they're doing. Maybe I just wanted somewhere dark to be sad, but there I am, wedged between bottle service and regret, and I spot him. Laszlo. Yeah, the Laszlo. That Laszlo. If you grew up outside Vice City like I did, Laszlo was it. Voice of a generation, big personality, no filter. He made radio feel like rebellion. It was inspiring. Now, he's in the DJ booth at Studio Los Santos, but he's not DJing. He's warming up the crowd, telling jokes, like real estate jokes. Something about a mortgage rate and a bottle service deduction. I think someone threw a vape pen at him or something, but he fell off the back of the stage, and it's hard to watch your heroes literally fall from grace and age out of relevance, especially when you've structured your entire adult bitterness around their model. And now he's there, floundering, while I'm here ranting into the void in the mid-morning on a station held together with duct tape and city negligence. Oh, there's actually a caller on the line. Huh. All right, enough of that. All right, caller, you're on the line, and you're up very early calling into the radio. How can we help?
Tommy, I just don't get it. I light my love attraction candle every morning, and yet not one man has knocked on my door. It's been months, and no one shows up. All the while, I sit here in my sweatpants, spooning tuna into my cat's mouth because her jaw doesn't work, alone. I'm starting to think it was a waste of a $400 candle. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company, Tommy. Say hi to Kevin for me.
Well, you know, they say, if at first you don't succeed, eat, pray, and light another candle. I don't know. And no, I will not say hello to Kevin for you. I do not say hello to Kevin for me. Next. Hello? You're on Vinewood Public Access. Who is this? Who? Oh my God. What the fuck is this? What? No. Hello? Kev? Is this? Excuse me. Can you even hear me? No, let's cut. We need to cut this off. Cut this off. Kevin. Cut this off. What the fuck, dude? No. Wait, hey, wake up. I don't give a fuck, dude. Look, if I have to be awake, you have to be awake. We have to do this. And there's this like random guy breathing some nasty shit on the phone. What? How did he even get through? I want my button back. I want the little button back that I had that hangs up on people. I don't give a shit. Get it fixed. God, I can't even with you, dude. Fucking go to commercial. Go to fucking commercial, please.
Do you want to be a post-apocalyptic millionaire while your neighbors are resorting to cannibalism? Do you want to be living the good life or having to eat your children in order to survive? Call Monetary Science today. We buy gold and other precious metals, from silver and platinum to lead and aluminum, including the foil. You're only a few gold bars away from being the king of the apocalypse, my friend, with your choice of all the women, wine, and food that makes it through the end of days. Seriously, when things go down, women flock to the man on top of the hill with the shiny shit, and no matter how fat, balding, or boring he is. $1 invested in gold in 1800 would be worth over $15 today, or maybe more. Now that's a smart investment. You will become the post-apocalyptic banker and really stick it to the masses. That is, if you can avoid being robbed blind by marauding outlaws. Gold is trading at a 200-year high, so now is the time to buy. Call in today at Monetary Science. We're Armageddon proof.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access. Because, what are we even doing right now? Listen up.
Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access. Just want to remind everybody, tonight we've got a new episode of The Getaway Chronicles with Angela Steele. You don't want to miss it. All right, folks, it's time for that part of the show where I hand things over to a man who somehow has both the charm of a used car salesman and the soul of a tax audit, Blayne Bartlby. Blayne hosts The Bottom Line, and despite being the smarmiest man alive, he's also just charming enough that people buy into it. I should hate him more than I do, and yet I let him have airtime. Because if nothing else, at least Blayne is proof that if you say something confidently enough, people will pay you for it. Plus, he gave me beat-off headphones for Christmas, and, well, I use them all the time. I'm a total beat-off addict. So, brace yourselves. Here comes The Bottom Line with Blayne Bartlby. Try not to let your wallet fall out of your pocket.
You're listening to The Bottom Line. Progress is mandatory, and ethics are optional. Good morning, loyal listeners. This is The Bottom Line, where we celebrate the beauty of the unchecked capitalism and innovation that's driving Los Santos, and soon the world, into the future. I'm your host, Blayne Bartlby, Chief Optimism Officer, here to remind you, resistance is futile, but compliance is profitable. Let's dive in, shall we? Today on Product Spotlight, we're thrilled to introduce a game-changing innovation from our friends at Malt Tech. That's MALT, Mass Automation and Labor Tracking for you laypeople. The Wage Cuff. Yes, folks, the Wage Cuff is here to revolutionize the workplace. Imagine this, a sleek, ergonomic bracelet that not only monitors your productivity, but encourages you to work harder by delivering a mild, incentivizing jolt whenever your output dips below acceptable levels. And don't worry, it's totally safe. 99.7% of testers reported no lasting nerve damage. That's like no one. Plus, it comes with customizable shock levels, so managers can really personalize their motivational tactics. I mean, that's what I call innovation. Call now to order yours, and they'll throw in a free resignation fee waiver kit. Because at Malt Tech, quitting should cost you. Literally. Now it's time for Employee of the Month. As always, this honor is brought to you by Shark Card Banking Services. Borrow what's already yours. Today's winner is Chuck Dingler, a janitor at Cluck & Bell's Industrial Protein Refinery, who has worked 73 consecutive double shifts without a single bathroom break. Let's hear it from Chuck.
I am deeply humbled to be a Cluck & Bell's Poultry Hero of the Month. My boss, Mr. Grindle, is a true pioneer of workplace motivation thanks to his brilliant use of the wage cuff. Every little jolt reminds me to stay focused on my duties. Mopping floors, scraping industrial protein sludge, and running quality checks on the gizzard clipper. I'd like to thank Cluck & Bell's recognition of my dedication to our noble mission of maximum efficiency at minimum humanity. This certificate will hold a place of honor in my heart and in my locker until I inevitably collapse from exhaustion and my locker is cleaned up by management. Remember, as Mr. Grindle says, breaks are for eggs, not employees. Thank you. Can I please go now? Please.
Truly inspiring, Chuck. Thank you for your service. Remember, folks, Cluck & Bell. Suffering never tasted so good. And now, the segment you've all been waiting for, the future of business. Joining us today is Bryce Hardwick, CEO of CrimSafe AI Solutions, the innovators behind Los Santos' brand new biosurveillance network. Bryce, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Blayne. It's an honor to be here, shaping the future of San Andreas, one facial scan at a time.
Now, Bryce, rumor has it CrimSafe is revolutionizing safety in Los Santos by installing cameras in, every public bathroom and changing room in the city. Care to elaborate?
Of course. Our patented biosurveillance technology ensures that everyone, and I mean everyone, is safe at all times by tracking suspicious activities such as tying your shoes too slowly or wearing hoodies in warm weather. We're able to proactively prevent crimes before they occur.
Incredible. Now, I'm sure some folks, the usual privacy nuts might say this sounds a little Orwellian. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say, Blayne, that that's quite a 20th century way of thinking. We at CrimSafe believe that privacy is a small price to pay for absolute control over your personal security. And besides, if you've not done anything wrong, then what have you got to hide?
Bryce, I couldn't have said it better myself. All right, before you go, quick question. Do these cameras also track employees during lunch breaks? I'm asking for a very paranoid intern.
Oh, Blayne. Well, let's just say at CrimSafe, we're always watching.
As well you should be. Bryce Hardwick, thank you for your service. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, the future of Los Santos is bright, shiny, and monitored 24/7. This has been The Bottom Line, the show that keeps you informed, whether you want to be or not. See you next time, assuming you've been productive enough to deserve it.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access. Because, what do you have that's better to do?
Los Santos, let's talk about a topic near and dear to my heart. Running away from your problems. Some people pack up, they move west, and they chase a dream. Others get in their car and they drive until they can't afford gas anymore. And then there's me. I left the great state of Leonida, and by great, to be clear, I mean a humid, corrupt, gator-infested sinkhole where people think mayonnaise is a personality trait. And what did I come here for? A shot at real radio, real broadcasting, a chance to make a difference in the cultural wasteland that is modern media. And how did that work out? Well, I had one audition for one station. One. And you know who got that gig over me? DJ George. Yeah, that guy. The same hipster clown spinning obscure yacht rock for rich kids who pretend they like vinyl. The guy who once called himself anti-establishment while doing a sponsored segment for Debonair cigarettes. This is DJ George, home of underground and alternative radio. Yeah, my fucking ass. So, I could have packed it up, left, admitted defeat, but no, I stayed. And in a moment of pure, unfiltered spite. I found a barely functional public access studio and I made it my own. Vinewood Public Access was born, not because the city needed it, not because the people wanted it, but because I refuse to lose to a guy named George. And now, here we are, still broadcasting, still independent, and still making absolutely no money. But you know what? It's mine. It's all mine. Fuck you, George. All right, enough of that. Let's go to the phones. Who do we have? And if it's DJ George, I swear to fucking God, Kevin. Okay, my little note card here says that our next guest is Bonnie. She is a casting producer for Fame or Shame. The show that makes you question humanity's collective taste. Bonnie, welcome.
Thanks, Tommy. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm about ready to walk off set and never look back. Ugh.
Wow, not every day someone admits to career burnout on the radio where everyone can hear her. What's got you fed up? Is it the fame or is it the shame?
It's both. Every week, I have to wrangle these has-beens and wannabes doing the stupidest stunts imaginable. Oh, last week, Miranda Cowan, she was a guest host, and she insisted on doing a 45-minute magic act where she sawed herself in half. It was a disaster, obviously. She's fucking nobody. Well, now I guess she's two nobodies.
Yikes. Wait, are you saying Miranda Cowan is dead?
Sort of. I mean, her career definitely is. And here I am, dreaming of singing on a real stage instead of babysitting these people who think that twerking on a trampoline is art.
She buried the lead a bit, folks, but there it is. The classic I'm secretly talented trope. Tell you what, Bonnie, sing us a few bars right now. Prove you're not just another producer with a dream.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Come on, let's hear it.
Well, what would I even sing? And look, if you're just going to make me sound crazy, because I've heard how people come off on...
Well, you've got the confidence, that's for sure. And in this town, that's 90% of making it. Good luck with that, Bonnie. And you remember to keep that health insurance updated. All right, our next guest is Ted. Ted works at Beth's Dog Grooming out in Sandy Shores. Ted, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Tommy. So I have this situation on my hands, and I'm not really sure what to do.
Okay, well, you're on the right line. Sandy Shores is a land of mysteries, so let me guess. You got stray coyotes coming in to get groomed by mistake.
No, nothing like that. It's this one customer. He's always bringing in like a new dog, like every week, and I just never see the same dog twice.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's a big-hearted rescuer.
See, that's what I thought at first, but it's weird. He'll bring in the dog, he'll act like all polite, pay in cash, and then poof, next week, new dog, same story. I don't know, it's unsettling.
Well, unsettling is one word for it. Have you talked to this guy about what's going on?
I tried once. I joked like, what are you doing? Open a dog rental service or something? And he just stared at me dead-eyed and said like, something like that.
Yikes. Well, my advice would be to start keeping a list of license plate numbers and maybe check if there's a community barbecue happening after each visit. You know what I mean?
A barbecue? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Oh my God.
Well, good luck with... Well, Ted? Well, good luck with that, Ted. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. I'm just suggesting that the logical explanation is that this man is eating those dogs. Keep your distance, and thanks for stopping by, Ted. All right, next up, we've got Alan. He's a bartender from the Diamond Casino and Resort. Alan, what's shaking besides the drinks? And it sounds like your nerves?
Tommy, it's bad. Real bad. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through another shift.
Oh, sounds dramatic. Calm down, buddy. Tell me more.
The valets, they're dropping like flies. Every time a car pulls up, there's a 50-50 chance the guy taking the keys won't survive the drive to the parking lot.
Oh, well, that's what you get for parking sports cars in a city with heat-seeking RPGs everywhere. But how's that affecting you, Alan? You're slinging drinks on the inside, not steering Lampadottis.
Yeah, but the fear's contagious. I've seen guys get knocked out cold just for standing too close to the valet explosion. What if I'm next? What if I'm eating a sandwich? I'm right there. I can't afford to get fired.
Whoa. Hey, maybe don't take your smoke breaks next to the valet stand, buddy. Just a thought. Or, I don't know, you wear some body armor under your uniform. It's Los Santos. Nobody's going to question it.
Body armor? You might be onto something. Tommy, thanks.
Well, I'm always here to help. You go mix yourself a stiff drink, buddy. Sounds like you've earned it. All right, folks. Next up, we've got Dwayne. He's on the line for Los Santos Office Supply Company, and he's here to talk about, God, I can't imagine, the thrilling world of staplers.
Man, more like the dying world of staplers, Tommy. My store's going out of business, motherfucker.
Shocking. In a city where people solve disputes with rocket launchers, who would have guessed office supplies would not thrive?
Man, it ain't just the rocket launchers, it's the online retailers. They're selling bulk paper clips for half the price that I gotta pay to stock them motherfuckers.
A tragedy of capitalism. Have you considered rebranding? Maybe start selling tactical staplers.
Man, it's funny you should mention that. I did launch a line of battle-ready binders, but that ain't really catch on.
Los Santos was not ready for your genius, Dwayne. I've heard it a million times. I've lived it a million times. Do you have any final words for our listeners?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Support local business, unless you want to see the whole world drown in a sea of generic gel pens and discount paper clips.
Poetic. All right, we got a call coming in from Little Seoul, home of the teeny tiny strip mall. You're on the air. What's up?
Hi, my name's Yumi Ho. My dad owns Simon Ho Korean Noodle House, the one with the big S-Ho sign.
Ah, yes. I've been in that S-Ho more than once. Big fan.
Thank you. We love it when you come inside more than once. Anyway, I was calling because I need advice. Not like legal advice. Okay. So I met this guy, super cute, funny. He works night security at Port LS. We went on 2 great dates, and then he just stopped texting.
Let me guess. He works night security, but he also drives a brand new Ubermacht.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
Just a hunch. Go on.
So I asked my cousin to check him out, and now I think he's gone. Like, nobody's seen him at all. Not even his job. My uncle said I shouldn't worry because sometimes people disappear when they disappoint us. What does that mean?
It means you should probably delete your texts, clear your browser history, and never, ever ask your uncle any follow-up questions. I feel like this is not the first time this has happened.
That's so lame. He was so tall. Also, someone's been leaving fish heads in our mailbox. Could that be, like, romantic? In some cultures?
Adorable. No, not unless that culture is warning signs from the underworld. Yumi, and I say this with affection, please stop dating anyone that your family does not thoroughly background check for their own safety.
Okay. So, should I go back on Love Me or just wait a while?
Well, go back on Love Me, but maybe don't swipe right on anyone who lists entrepreneur in their job or stands in front of the car in their profile picture.
Okay. Thank you, Tommy. You're like super helpful for someone who sounds exhausted all the time.
Thank you, Yumi. I'm going to take that as a compliment. And good luck with your fish mail. Thanks for the cold noodles. And finally, we've got a very special guest, Officer Bobby Benson, recent graduate of the Police Academy and longtime fan of the show. Bobby, welcome.
Tommy, it's an honor to be here, man. I've been listening to you since I was a kid, man. You're practically a hero in my book.
A hero? Me? Come on, lower those standards. Bobby, this city will eat you alive. Speaking of which, you're about to join the LSPD. Feeling optimistic?
Absolutely. Sure, I've heard the rumors, the daily shootouts, the thousands of officers supposedly not making it. But listen, Tommy, I'm ready to make a difference.
Bobby, let me tell you something. Have you ever played any of those cop simulation games? You know, the ones where you try to arrest somebody, but they're already driving off in a tank?
No, but I did play Patriot Patrol. That's a great game.
Patriot Patrol. Patriot Patrol? Bobby, this isn't a board game, buddy. This is Los Santos, man. This is the city of rocket launchers, flamethrowers, and broken dreams. But hey, optimism's important. Just don't forget to duck or wear your hat. Those helmets. Oof. Lifesavers. Literally. The amount of brains I have seen splattered on Vinewood Boulevard as I walk to work, and everyone accompanied with a badge. But hey, I tell you, I'm sure it's going to work out great.
Jesus God. I mean, thanks, Tommy. I'll keep that in mind. But you know what? And no matter what, I'll keep listening to your show. You're still an inspiration, man.
Glad to know I've inspired you to jump into the meat grinder of Los Santos law enforcement. Good luck out there, Bobby. You're going to need it.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access. Vinewood Public Access, your home for the wild, weird, and wonderfully dysfunctional.
All right, everybody. I'm excited to say we do have an in-studio guest today. Her name is Fanfany, and she works for Appropriate Associates. I'm fascinated by this. It says here on your website, give your image a boost by hiring our professional party guests for your next social event. What exactly does this mean? And Fanfany, welcome to Vinewood Public Access.
Tommy, thank you for having me. First of all, so excited to talk about my business, Appropriate Associates. Let me lay it out. So, say you're throwing a party and you're worried that only your fat friend and like the creepy guy from the place next door are going to show up. Or maybe you're like embarrassed about the lack of diversity in your social circle. Maybe you're terrified that your girlfriend will dump you when she discovers that all of your buddies are all like immature douchebags. Or maybe, I don't know, you're just looking to replace your wingman with someone who women actually find vaguely attractive. So Appropriate Associates has been saving people from social suicide since 2009. From birthdays to weddings to funerals to product launches to political rallies and swingers parties, entourages. Our stand-ins, they know how to make you stand out. So think of them as extras in the movie of your not-so-tragic life. It's one of those rom-coms in which an ugly, socially awkward nerd transforms into the most popular guy around, like getting to muff dive on a cheerleader and launching a successful .com while discovering some deeper universal truth about themselves and the world. But that's not your life. Like, this is your life. In your life, you need to pay to have friends. And that's what we're here for. And doing so is going to make your dreams come true. That's where Appropriate Associates comes in.
Aren't you worried, Fanfany, that this comes off just a little bit desperate?
Oh, absolutely, Tommy. It's super desperate. But Los Santos is a city where you don't get a second chance at a first impression. It's full of vain, hedonistic, like faux creative types who consider real work to be beneath them. And they make perfect room fillers for any party. Like, we have so many people. With Appropriate Associates, you get all the benefits of having like cool, hip, good-looking friends without having to deal with their annoying bullshit when the party is over. I mean, seriously, call us today. Nobody needs to know how lonely and desperate your life really is ever again.
Fanfany, I'm fascinated. So tell me a little bit more about what kinds of people you can provide.
Absolutely. We can provide all kinds of friends for your parties. So we have fake entertainment executives that get your party guests worked into a lather and they start talking about like high profile events and movie studios and TV networks and things like that. And we have hipsters, like unshaven guys and hairy gals. So like they're so hip. They're going to talk about bands and broken bicycles and stuff like that. Female bodybuilders. We've got cool moms, like really like cool moms who are like with it and like really cool. Who else? Oh my God. Russians, Eskimos, British. There's a lady that has sexy time with a donkey, and believe it or not, this is like one of our biggest requests. She's very busy.
Fanfany, thank you so much for stopping by. Do you have any closing remarks?
I do. Appropriate Associates is serving Los Santos and the greater southern San Andreas area 24/7. Just hit us up. Come on down. And we're going to help you get your shit together with our group of people that will show up to make you seem not so terribly lonely. And thank you, Tommy, for so much for your time. Thank you.
You heard it here, folks. That's Appropriate Associates. Book a couple extras for your sad little life. Let's take a break.
Chet Kavanaugh here for the Atheist Society. Think of how fantastic life was when our early ancestors marched across Europe as the glaciers were melting, foraging in small bands, short, hairy creatures who worshipped the sun and the earth, made beds of reeds, preening each other and mating with close relatives covered in bugs. Think of the first time a primate fashioned a tool and used it on a woman. And here we are today with the most fantastic tool of primates and primordial shit slinging, the internet. Ah, yes, we're much smarter now. And that's evolution, just like in the movies. Join the Atheist Society today.
Hello, Los Santos, and welcome to Vinewood Public Access. Yes, it's the name of the show, the station, and the building we're broadcasting from. It's simple, it's efficient, and possibly a bit confusing, but hey, that's public access for you. The only radio station in town where anyone with a story can share it, no matter how questionable. Now, if you're unfamiliar, let me catch you up. We're the only public access radio station in Los Santos. That's right, we're it. The last beacon of free expression in a town where everyone's too busy posting selfies or running from the cops to care about what's happening on the airwaves. We're proudly independent, mostly because nobody's figured out how to monetize whatever this is. Sure, we run ads occasionally, but since we let the advertisers on air for free, just like everybody else, they don't actually generate a dime. Capitalism at its finest. I'm Tommy Singles, your host for this flagship call-in program. Think of me as your guide to the absurd, your tour operator for the strange and deranged corners of Los Santos. I'm here to peel back the kimono, so to speak. Don't get me wrong, this isn't just my show over here. We've got a lot of other hosts doing their thing on Vinewood Public Access. We've got a whole lineup here at the station. There's The Bottom Line with Blayne Bartlby, which is a masterclass in propaganda for people who think being exploited is aspirational. Midnight Meditations, which is basically just some guy named Dave playing wind chime recordings. I honestly can't tell if it's performance art or he's asleep the whole time, but to each their own. I'm not here to judge. And, The Getaway Chronicles with Angela Steele, a deep dive into heists that are so intricate, I'm starting to think our producer Kevin might actually be funding one himself. Speaking of Kevin, he's young, eager, and about as useful as a Rockford Hills debutante. If something goes wrong tonight, and it will, you know who to blame. So, why do I do this? Because someone has to. Someone has to give this city a voice into your cars, your earbuds, or if you're really desperate, your shower radios. We're the voice of Los Santos, the only voice that's not auto-tuned, sponsored, or trying to sell you shark cards. All right, let's open up the lines. This is Vinewood Public Access. Call in if you've got something to say, or better yet, something to regret saying later.
Minister in Minutes. The Supercosmos Church believes that there are too many barriers to spiritual enlightenment and peace. Why spend years in theology seminary or a monastery? This is the internet age. Years of religious study are just a click away. Get ordained now and perform weddings, funerals, get the best parking spaces, comfort horny widows, scare children, cast curses, absolve sins, and make people feel better about their life by quoting from any one of a dozen of hocus-pocus old texts. And get in free to any sporting event you want. Just tell them that you'll pray harder for them to win because you've got a direct line to the deity. Minister in Minutes. Get ordained today.
We are back on Vinewood Public Access. You know how we do it. We get down, we get dirty, and we show you the best parts of Vinewood. Looks like we've got a caller on the line. You're on with Tommy Singles. What's scrapping?
Yeah, Sheila, table 2. Yeah, Mirror Park Tavern. This is Jerry.
What?
This is Jerry, owner of Mirror Park Tavern. What can I get for you, sir?
I don't get from it. No, I don't have an order to place, man. Yeah, I didn't call you. I think you actually called us. This is a call-in radio show.
The radio? Bro, look at your phone. You called me. My phone rang. I just picked it up. Now I'm on a radio show. What is it, a prank or some shit? I'm running a business. Order.
No, I'm not pranking you. I'm not on here fucking with you. I'm trying to run a radio show. I'm talking to the citizens of Vinewood. We're trying to expose the city over here. I didn't call you at all. You definitely called us, man.
I did not fucking call you, asshole.
Look. I don't have your number. So I'm not sure how you think I called you. And if I had your fucking number, dude, I would lose it.
Listen, someone from your number called me. Okay, I run a respectable establishment, you know. I don't have time for whatever fucking game this is.
A game. The respectable establishment, my ass, Jerry. You know, last time I was at Mirror Park Tavern, a guy tried to pay for a round with a sack of weed, 3 arcade tokens, and an HJ.
That's the community spirit, all right? And it sounds to me like you probably need to hit some of that weed because you're a fucking asshole. All right? We're eclectic.
Okay. You know what, Jerry? I've had enough. I swear. I did not fucking call you.
I've had enough.
No,
This is unprofessional. Don't call me again.
Jerry, look. Well, folks, that was Jerry from Mirror Park Tavern, an unwilling participant in free radio and a man who's apparently too busy with his respectable establishment to get... how does this even happen? Well, did you call him by accident? No. Just be honest. I mean, are you dialing random numbers back there like a bored teenager with their first burner phone? What are you doing?
It wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you. You didn't do it. Okay, because the only other option is that my phone is haunted by the spirit of ineptitude.
It was a technical glitch.
A technical glitch. Sure. Yeah, just like the glitch last week where you accidentally hung up on the mayor. I know you fucking did. Yes, you fucking did. This show is never going to fucking make it anywhere, Kevin. If you can't focus on... Are we still on? Right now? I got up from the mic and you didn't think for a second, oh, maybe I've cut the fucking commercial. God damn you, Kevin. Damn you. Give me it. Just fucking give me it. All right, folks. While Kevin recalibrates his brain and hopefully his career, let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You never know who might call in next on Vinewood Public Access. Or who Kevin might fucking call.
Hello! My family has been serving Los Santos for years at Simon Ho Korean Noodle House, or as our big sign says, Eseho. People love Eseho. My family is so proud of our Eseho that we want everyone to experience. Our noodles are hot, our portions are huge, and once you get a taste of Eseho, you'll be coming back for more. Find Eseho at 3 locations in Little Seoul. Extra parking is always behind the S-hole.
I know personally I could put Eseho in my mouth just about any day of the week.
Man, this authentic asshole is the shit. That's my favorite thing. It reminds me of my hometown of Seoul, South Korea.
Simon Ho Korean Noodle House. When you're hungry, nothing hits the spot like a big bowl of S-hole.
Next time on The Real Comedians of Vinewood.
So I'm meeting Tevin over at the comedy club because I want to talk to him about the stuff I heard that he said to me at the pool party. I was pretty drunk, so I don't remember everything he said to me, but Tiffany told me the next morning that the stuff coming out of his mouth was totally disrespectful. I'm going to confront him at this open mic, and I'm not sure how he's going to react.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access. Vinewood Public Access, your home for the wild, weird, and wonderfully dysfunctional.
All right, Los Santos, it's time for the kind of story you don't hear every day. My guest tonight is Oscar, a man who has turned his life around in ways you would not believe. Formerly of the Vagos gang, he left that world behind to chase a dream that's as bold as it is fabulous. Now, he's the proud owner of Pitchers, the #1 gay bar in Los Santos, according to the Daily Globe. Oscar, welcome to Vinewood Public Access.
Hey, thanks for having me, Holmes. I appreciate it.
Hey, let's jump right into it, buddy. From gang life to nightlife, it's quite a leap. What made you decide to leave the Vagos and open a gay bar?
You know, Tommy, I grew up in a world where you had to be tough. Loyalty to the crew was everything. But deep down, I always had this dream of running my own business. And not just any business. A place where people could come together, feel safe, and be themselves. I knew I had to be bold and become who I was meant to be.
That's a pretty gutsy move, especially given your background. How did your old crew react?
Oh, man, it wasn't easy. I got a lot of heat from the Vagos and my family. I didn't want to live my life looking over my shoulder. I wanted to build something real, something positive, something super gay.
And Pitchers is certainly all those things. You're really passionate about this, and it's inspiring. Plus, I'm sure you get plenty of attention being the owner. Good place to meet people. Am I right, buddy?
Oh, no, Tommy, I'm not gay.
What?
Yeah, okay, so I get this a lot. I'm actually married to a very beautiful woman, and we have 3 kids together.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nope, not gay at all. But I'll tell you what, I love seeing the gay guys have a great time. Their energy, their confidence, it's infectious. Watching people be themselves and enjoy life, that's what I'm here for.
Wait, so you're saying, let me get this straight. You opened the #1 gay bar in Los Santos because you just enjoy the atmosphere. And you're completely straight?
Yeah, I don't play that gay shit, dog. But I got so much respect for the community. They know how to party. They know how to support each other. I wanted to create a space where that could thrive.
Well, I've got to hand it to you, Oscar. You're one of a kind. Any final words for the listeners out there?
Yeah, chase your dreams, no matter what anyone says. Stop by Pitchers. First round's on me, and then you can do that gay shit.
You heard the man, LS. Oscar, thanks for being here, sharing your story. You're a true ally and part of what makes the city so goddamn interesting. Well, that's all for tonight, folks. Keep it weird, you keep it wild, and you keep it Vinewood.
You ever find yourself blackout drunk, emotionally repressed, and halfway through a story about your uncle's boat accident? You might already be at Shenanigans, the finest Irish pub in Los Santos, or at least the loudest. We got flat beer, warm whiskey, and a bartender named Sean, who's legally not allowed to make eye contact. Come in for trivia night, or just show up, scream into a pint glass, and call that therapy. Open 7 nights a week, closed every other Tuesday for fight and cleanup. Shenanigans. If you can spell it, you've had too few, brother.
All right, it is midnight in Los Santos. Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access, everybody. And while some are just getting the party started, others are winding it down. And as such, we've got something perfect for those folks. As required by some city-funded mindfulness grant that Kevin applied for at some point, we are required to bring you Midnight Meditations with Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave. Kev, where's Dave? Kev, where's Dave? It's midnight. We have to do midnight meditations. Well, wake him up. His whole fucking thing is he's supposed to be awake at night to do this show. I don't give a shit. He doesn't live here, man. You're always making excuses for him. This is not his fucking bedroom. We have a show to do. Did you leave the fucking mic on again? I swear, oh my god. Just go to the Getaway Chronicles, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the Getaway Chronicles with Angela Steele.
Los
Los Santos is a city built on luck. Some people win big, some lose everything, and some, they take matters into their own hands. Tonight we investigate one of the boldest, cleanest, and most comically mismanaged heists in recent history. A job that should have made its crew millions, but instead left them wandering the streets, broke, confused, and very, very angry. A job now known as the Diamond Disaster. Or maybe we should call it the Diamond Dumbass. Here's what we know. It was a 4-man job. The planner, the mastermind, the one with the vision. The muscle, big guy, few words, all action. The wheelman, fast, reckless, lived off energy drinks. And finally, the hacker, the one responsible for getting them in, keeping them invisible, and wiping the security feed. They planned it for months, every detail down to the second. They got in clean, they got to the vault, they grabbed the cash, and then, somehow, the 3 inside men were locked inside the vault. Because the hacker just left. The moment the crew filled their bags, the communication cut out. The feeds were wiped, the cameras were off. They assumed it was part of the plan. Then the hacker stopped responding. Because here's what really happened. The crew was so obsessed with their entry plan, so focused on getting past the security checkpoints, the guards, and the vault, they never actually discussed how they were getting out. And the hacker, he assumed they had that part covered. To him, this was just a contract gig. Hack the system, clear the way, wipe the evidence, job done. So the second he finished his part, he packed up his laptop, walked out the front door of the Mirror Park coffee shop across the street, called a cab, and went home. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew, trapped inside the casino carrying duffel bags of stolen cash and gold, realized too late that the man-trap doors were still locked. Stuck between the vault and the man-trap exit, the crew remained overnight until the next security shift found them asleep on the stack of loot. The hacker had no idea they were even in trouble. He was on his couch, balls deep and clucking bell. There's an old saying, never hire thieves by the hour. But maybe, just maybe, make sure the guy controlling the security doors knows he's supposed to unlock them for you. I'm Angela Steele, and this has been The Getaway Chronicles.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Where big-time dreams meet.
Downtown Delusion.
All right. Settle down, non-existent live audience. Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access, the only show brave enough to admit it's broadcasted on a budget that's mostly pocket lint and expired coupons. I'm your host, Tommy Singles, and tonight we've got a lineup so random you'd swear it was curated by an algorithm on its last legs. Let's dive in before the lights go out, literally.
This is a secure prepaid call from
Danny.
an inmate at Bolingbroke Penitentiary.
Oh, shit.
Please hold.
Yeah, this is Danny. I'm calling for Angela Steele.
Well, you just missed her. The Getaway Chronicles just ended.
Well, you better get her back. She told me to call her at this number.
Well, she only comes in once a night to do the show, man. She's gone.
Look, I don't get a lot of calls, and she told me to call to tell her the story about the island, so I'm trying to get...
The island? Well, you could tell me about it. We're on the air right now.
Oh, I can't be on the radio right now. No, I can't be live on the air. Raia, gotta go.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Sounded like that was going to be good. Stay tuned to the Getaway Chronicles in the future, I guess. Next.
Oh, hello, mate. Keep on. I don't know if you've heard about a little thing called the Epsilon program, but...
No. Not again, okay? Hear me clearly. Not again. You know what? Let's go to commercial. I can't.
You're listening to The Bottom Line, every morning on Vinewood Public Access. We cover business, power, and the winners who deserve both, where progress is sacred and profits are divine. Answering the hard questions so you don't have to. Frankly, you're lucky a show like this still exists. The Bottom Line with Blayne Bartlby. Thank you for your service.
All right, welcome back to Vinewood Public Access. You're on with your favorite chatterbox, Tommy Singles. We are burning the midnight oil, and we are all out of flame retardant. Let's see if we can't find ourselves an issue to press. Let's talk about something serious, folks. I know it's late, but I'm sure we've got something important. We can air our grievances, our laundry. Let's see what's going on. Caller, you are on the line. What's on your mind?
Tommy, listen, I gotta talk to you about pizza. Real pizza.
Great. We love a sauce-based emergency here.
I'm from Broca, Liberty City, born into the thin crust and raised on grease. And let me tell you, Guido's Takeout on Vinewood Boulevard. Best Liberty-style slice in the LS. It's floppy, oily, disrespectful to napkins. It's fucking perfect, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. It's right down the street. Gets me through a number of late nights. So, what's your beef?
But people here, they line up for Sharky's Pizza. You know? You ever been there to Sharky's Pizza? The crust is a yoga mat. There's arugula on it. Arugula, Tommy. Like the fucking leaf.
Yeah, sounds like a goddamn nightmare, if I'm being totally honest with you. Down in Del Perro, I think.
And let me say something else, Tommy. There's this other place, all right? It's called the Pizza Coven. Vespucci. Real underground. I walked in, thought I was buying a pizza, left wondering if I'd, joined a blood pact.
Well, maybe you just got sauce on your receipt.
They had candles, Tommy. Black walls. The whole vibe. And I ate one slice, and ever since, my fridge hisses at me. My dog, he won't sleep near me, and I keep waking up with sauce on my hands.
Yeah, I guess you could be haunted or something like that. I mean, did you do anything to upset them?
I might have catcalled the hostess. Just a little bit, Tommy, though. Just a little bit in a really nice way. I said, you dish out slices like you dish out looks. And let me tell you something, brother. She was a looker. Jeez, manon.
And bada bing. There's that East Coast charm.
She looked me dead in the eyes and said, you will be sauce-bound. Bro, what does sauce-bound even mean? I don't even understand what she's talking about.
I'll tell you what it means, Vinny. Can I call you Vinny? I'm going to call you Vinny. Vinny, you can't work your East Coast magic on these West Coast witches. Put simply, they ain't playing games. Whether she's named Crystal or wearing crystals or both, keep your mouth shut and stick to Guido's. Good luck, Vin. All right, let's move on to someone who hopefully is not a huge creep.
I just want peace, Tommy. It's quiet. Solitude.
Oh, shit. Okay. My card here just says tired in Vinewood. What's the problem?
And if that means screaming at my neighbor's kids every night, so be it. You can't get picked up for screaming at kids. It's not a crime, Tommy. I looked it up.
The fuck?
They play so damn loud I can't sleep, so I go out there and 1 in the morning and I yell. It's like no words, just ah!
Jesus Christ.
Just screaming in their windows. You know what? It works.
Holy shit. Okay. Great. Let's take a break from this free expression and do some ad reads. Due to a questionable clause in our station's arts funding grant and Kevin's inability to ignore an email, we are required to read ad submissions from local small businesses. These are all sent in by the owners themselves, and I mean that in the worst possible way. All right, Gems Jewelry. Oh, this is right next door. We sell rings, chains, and discreet apology gifts. Got dumped? We got discounts. All of our gold is probably real, and our diamonds are shiny in most lighting. Mention this ad, and we'll buff your old engagement ring until it looks like someone might say yes again. There's a guy that sleeps outside that place 6 years before I realized it's the owner. Paradise Sauna. Escape the chaos of Vinewood in our steamy sanctum. Paradise Sauna offers hourly rates, towel rentals, and something called thermic realignment, which might be a typo. Don't ask us what's in the eucalyptus steam. We don't know and legally can't test it. Paradise Sauna, the only spa where you leave sweatier and more confused. This is also right down the street. It says open 24 hours, but I don't think I've ever seen it unshuttered.
All right, and finally, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy Happy Shark's fees. Happy Shark payday loans. Need quick cash? We don't check credit, we barely check ID. Our rates are high, but our smiles are higher. Mention this ad and we'll waive your first late fee, probably. These are all over town. Nothing says trustworthy like a cartoon shark smiling and holding a baseball bat. All right. That concludes this round of unsolicited non-sponsorship. If you'd like me to read your ad on the air, email it to Kevin or just scrawl it on a napkin and leave it under the studio door. We'll read almost anything, obviously. All right, folks. Well, it is that time of day. I have to go pick up my dry cleaning and make sure I still have an apartment. So it is time for the bottom line with Blayne Bartlby. Fun fact, his name used to be spelled Blaine, but he changed it to Blyne so people wouldn't associate him with Blaine County, which is fair, but now it sounds like a cologne for people who gentrify neighborhoods. Anyway, here's the bottom line. Brace yourself for capitalist optimism with no human warmth.
You're listening to The Bottom Line, where capitalism isn't just a system, it's the system. Good day, Los Santos movers and shakers. This is The Bottom Line, where progress is sacred and profits are divine. I'm your ever-enthusiastic host, Blayne Bartlby, here to remind you that in capitalism's game, you're either a player or a pawn, and pawns don't get yachts. Let's dive right in, shall we? Okay, let's talk about ammunition, a shining beacon of liberty and personal empowerment. Critics might say, oh, they profit off violence. But to that I say, freedom isn't free. Where else can an upstanding citizen pick up a grenade launcher and a can of Patriot beer in one trip? Ammunition isn't just a store. It's a corner store of our democracy. But let's dig deeper. Ammunition doesn't just arm individuals. It arms dreams. Think about this. Someone might start as a regular customer buying a pistol for home defense. But within a year, they're the proud owner of an entire arsenal capable of defending a small country. Ammunition makes entrepreneurship possible in an unpredictable world, especially if that business happens to be independent security services or field negotiations. And to the critics of ammunition, they forget the jobs that ammunition creates. Factory workers, delivery drivers, gun cleaning specialists. Who else out there is doing more to keep the wheels of industry turning? And let's not overlook their philanthropy. Remember the Ammunition Sponsor a Rebel program? Or their limited time offer. Buy a flamethrower, get a free set of survivalist camping gear. If that's not corporate responsibility, nay, corporate generosity, I don't know what is. Ammunition, thank you for your service. Fly US, the airline that truly puts the service in self-service luggage kiosks. I mean, sure, they've had complaints about delays, lost baggage, and incidents involving oxygen masks, but let's focus on the positives. Their innovative pricing model. Can you believe they found a way to charge you for thinking about an upgrade? It's genius! But Fly US isn't just about getting you from point A to point B. It's about the journey. And what an unpredictable journey it is. Don't forget their amazing in-flight experiences like surprise reroutes, turbulence that feels like a theme park ride, and occasional unscheduled landings. Every flight is an adventure. And as a bonus, Fly US is eco-friendly. Not because they use sustainable practices, which as we all know are just government handcuffs, but because their delays mean fewer planes in the sky. That's a carbon footprint win, am I right? Fly US's impact goes beyond the skies. They've created thousands of jobs for luggage recovery specialists, customer service agents who specialize in saying no, and legal teams who handle mid-air scuffle lawsuits. Truly, a company that's always creating opportunities. So next time you're crammed into seat 37B, remember, you're part of something bigger. A profit margin. Ah, the Cola Wars. A battle as old as capitalism itself. On one side, we have Sprunk, the soda of adrenaline-fueled lunatics who think jumping off Vinewood Hills counts as fun. And on the other, E. Cola, The choice of people who are just better. Now, some people want to pick sides, but here at The Bottom Line, we say, why choose? Both brands are masters of marketing manipulation. Sprunk turns sugar water into an extreme lifestyle, while E. Cola, well, they capitalize the C, even though it is the second letter in E. Cola. So you know they are taking the flavor seriously. The real winners? Shareholders. And all of us, of course. That is what makes this country so great. And now, to bring some firepower to the discussion, let's welcome our guest, Randall Tuff, spokesperson for Merriweather Security. Randall, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Blayne. And let me start off by saying I'm a big fan of the show, but Merriweather is not a mercenary group. We are a private security contractor. There's a distinction, a very expensive one at that too.
Of course, Randall. Let's address the critics who claim Merriweather has been involved in, how should I put this, ethically ambiguous activities.
Blayne, Merriweather exists to keep the world a safer place for everyone that can afford it. You are definitely welcome. Whether it's protecting VIPs, enforcing contracts in disputed territories, or just simply applying a little pressure on competitors, everything we do is above board. The more recent track record speaks for itself. Fewer than 50 accidental casualties this quarter, and several of those were, frankly, kind of asking for it.
Remarkable restraint, truly. And what do you say to accusations that Merriweather is just a privatized army for hire?
I'd say those accusations come from people who are just not understanding the modern world or are too broke to realize it. If you want peace, you hire professionals. If you want a predictable outcome, you don't rely on government contracts. You hire us. We offer comprehensive conflict resolution services with optional aerial support. And let's be honest, no one complains about a privatized army when it's their mention that we are defending.
Well said, Randall. And remember, folks, Merriweather isn't just a name. It's a lifestyle. And that lifestyle includes helicopters, armored cars, and hopefully, peace of mind. Randall Tuff, thank you for your service. That's it for today, loyal listeners. We've covered guns, planes, soda, and mercenaries. A true buffet of capitalism's finest. Remember, whether you're sipping Sprunk, boarding Fly US, or hiring Merriweather to resolve your disputes, you're contributing to the glorious machine of progress.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access. Because, what do you have that's better to do?
You ever have that friend who gets one idea in their head and suddenly it's their whole personality? Well, I got a guy, let's call him Dave, because his name is Dave, who has recently decided he is moving to Vice City. Says it's the place to be. Says everybody's talking about it. Yeah, Dave, you know what else everyone's talking about? Microplastics. Doesn't mean that you should start shoving them in your mouth for breakfast. Look, I don't know where this sudden Vice City hype train came from, but let me tell you something. I grew up in that general area, okay? I willingly left, and I can tell you right now, Los Santos may be a festering, over-policed, smog-choked nightmare, but it is still better than Vice City. Vice City isn't a paradise. It's what happens when you let millionaires build an entire city on swampland and then pretend it's not sinking into oblivion. You ever wonder why people in Vice City party so hard? It's because they have to distract themselves from the fact that they're one bad hurricane away from becoming fish food. Let's talk about the people. You think Los Santos has grifters? Whew. Vice City was built by con artists, man. Everyone's either trying to sell you beachfront property that doesn't exist or convince you that they used to run with some cartel boss who totally, absolutely trusted them. And if you don't fall for the hustle, congratulations, you just got mugged instead. Los Santos, at least we know what we are. We don't pretend to be some neon-soaked paradise while the local economy is one bad real estate deal away from imploding. You want overpriced drinks? Fine.
At least here you can get scammed on rooftop bars with a view instead of a rundown nightclub that smells like coconut-scented mold. So, yeah, Dave, move to Vice City. Have fun getting your wallet stolen by a half-naked guy being chased by alligators. Meanwhile, I'll be right here, breathing in the smog, dodging the traffic, and enjoying the one thing Los Santos actually has over Vice. Stability.
You there, yes, you, with the sad sandwich. Come to Nutbuster in beautiful Vespucci, corner of Magellan and Cortez, where flavor slaps harder than your ex at a beach wedding. Falafel, kebab, hummus, salads, you name it. We wrap it, sauce it, and make you question your relationship with your stomach. You take one bite of our Nutbuster wrap, your mouth goes, oh, like it is your birthday. You hit the nut, and the nut hits back. People say, Ahmed, why you yell so much? Because the falafel is ready. And my mother says the chickpeas are blessed by the moon. We've been busting nuts since '69, and not one customer's walked away unsatisfied. Nutbuster, hit the nut. Tell my mom I sent you.
From Los Santos to Liberty City to Vice City, we are the #1 talk radio station. You're on the air with Vinewood Public Access. If you've got a question, we've got an answer. What's up?
No, thanks, man. I'm on hold for the radio.
Yeah, I know. This is Tommy Singles. You're live on the air with Vinewood Public Access. What's going on?
Wait. Is this the radio guy?
Yeah.
Why am I on right now?
Yes.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, this must be surreal for you.
Oh, man, I call in all the time, and I never get through.
Well, the moment has come. Your time is now.
Oh, the other day. Yeah. Okay. The other day, I was listening to this show, trying to call in when I was the other day, I was listening to the show.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to call in, and I'm at a bus stop.
Right.
And I'm drinking a soda can. I've got this can of soda.
Okay.
I just finished it, still waiting to call in. I throw the soda can into a bush, but it turns out that the bush was actually a guy.
So what do you want to say? Why are you calling?
Man, shout out to that dude. Anyway, let me know when I'm on the radio, and I'll ask my question.
Man, I'll let you know when you were on the radio, which was just now. Time's up. Next.
Hey, man, I'm calling in with a question about the ocean.
Heard of it.
Do you ever think about how, the ocean is just a giant puddle that got really ambitious? Like a lake that just got, out of hand? At one point, does it stop being a puddle and start being, a whole ocean, dude? You know? Is there, a government form for that? Anyway, I love the show, man. Let me know about the ocean thing. My Nana wants me to find out.
Well, first things first, your Nana sounds pretty fucking rad. And second of all, is it Stoned Guy Day? What is this? Can I get a coherent caller, please? Is there anyone in Los Santos who is fully awake?
Oh, well, hey there, honey. Is this the real Tommy Singles?
Underpaid, overworked, and at your service. How can I help?
Lord have mercy. Your voice is smoother than a wet peach in July.
Thank you.
I've been listening to your little program from the seat of 14B on every red eye between Los Santos and Vice City. You ever been in a cabin pressurized with desperation in a box Chardonnay? That's where I live, baby.
Well, I'm glad the station reaches that far.
Hush now, you sweet thing. I didn't call to talk about the radio. I called to thank you for being the only man in my life who talks longer than I do. Now, ain't that something? I said to myself, Darla Joe, you better call that man before he gets scooped up by some Vinewood hussy with a podcast and a neck tattoo.
Yeah, I actually don't.
You ever made out in the service galley, Tommy? Well, I have. Twice. Once with a magician, once with a state senator. Guess which one pulled a dove out of my, carry-on. I still have feathers in places I can't say on air or in air.
Oh, goodness. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were flirting with me, Darla Joe.
Now listen, honey, I gotta go let these fly boys out for a little tinkle. But next time I'm in LS, we should get a drink. Stay sweet.
I'll do my very best, Darla Joe. I appreciate the attention, but I would bet every frequent flyer mile I've got left I never hear from that woman again. All right, enough of that.
Tommy, I don't know how much time I have left, but I have to let Vinewood know the secrets of Mount Gilead. They have finally came to me after years of rotting away, and after scientific discoveries, I have finally came upon the secret.
Oh, hello? No, that's too bad. That sounded like that was going to be pretty good.
Every vault has a story. Every score leaves a scar. I'm Angela Steele, and this is the Getaway Chronicles. The only place where the getaway's always messier than the heist. Tonight on Vinewood Public Access after Midnight Meditations.
All right, up next, the man who's living the dream, or someone else's dream at least, Fabian Leclerc, professional dog walker to the stars. Fabian, how's that dream coming, by the way?
Oh, Tommy, it is simply fabulous. You wouldn't believe how much people will pay for a photo with a Pomeranian that's been petted by a Vinewood A-lister. Top dollar. It's all about the branding, darling.
Sure. Everyone wants to know, who's your top client? Come on, spill some tea, Fabian.
I can't name names, okay? But let's just say that there's a certain action star whose chihuahua has more Snapmatic followers than you do, Tommy.
Well, I stopped posting selfies licking myself. He's earned it. I respect your hustle, but what about the dogs themselves? Do they get a cut of these profits?
Oh, Tommy, they're happy to be loved and fed and occasionally carried around in, like, designer handbags.
Hey, is that your character's dog?
Oh, I gotta go, Tommy. Duty calls, bye!
Well, who can avoid a call of duty? Thanks for stopping by, Fabian. You stay fabulous, you stay hydrated, and you stay thick in them bitches. Stay tuned to Vinewood Public Access.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access. Vinewood Public Access.
Because, what are we even doing right now? Listen up.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Vinewood Public Access. We've got a real treat for you this afternoon. This guy, and I can't say his name on air, was not an easy get. I had to talk to some people in order to get him in studio today, but he is a producer at Richard's Majestic. This guy has made some of the best films to come out of this town in the last decade. Also, he's got a little bit of a shady past and a little bit of experience in the criminal underworld. So, ladies and gentlemen, this guy I'm excited to bring in. He should be here any minute, but what the hell is that? What the hell? Kev, what the hell is that? Oh. Another shootout? Again? It's the fourth time this week. It sounds like there's a damn army outside, man. Well, I don't think he's going to show up now. No, it's fine. Let's go. We'll do voicemails, right? We got them piled up. Ear to ear, you said we have 1 million voicemails we have to play. All right, play the voicemails. We'll get out of the building for the alarm, and then we're back in. Hopefully, I can get him back. I don't know.
Thank you for calling Vinewood Public Access. Please leave a message and we will play it on the air. Because we have to. Legally, we have to. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Dustin Reynolds. I got a question for you. This daggone country is too obsessed with politics. I hate the president. I hate every president. I hate any figure of authority. I'm a nomad, a free spirit, an outlaw. I'm like a gator and a black bear and a hawk, all mixed into one. Guess I didn't really have a question. Goodbye.
Yo, Tommy Singles, what's good, man? It's Luca Bailey over here at Unit 51 FM. Big love to everyone holding it down at Vinewood Public Access. Keeping it real, unlike those clowns over at WCTR. Anyways, stay true, VPA. Let's keep giving the middle finger to these conformists.
Damn, man, all the crazy shit that goes on in Vice City makes me want to live in hell or some shit.
So, yeah, my husband just cheated on me with my brother-in-law. I think that's a form of incest, but I can't really tell.
I was walking down Vice Beach the other day, and this crazy lady with an accent was just going nuts. I mean, she was just going ballistic on all the civilians. I mean, she was like, I wanted my fucking dog. I know karate, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck all you up. Call the cops, I want my fucking dog.
Hey, brother. I've got a story for you. I was just mowing the lawn, and something crawled up just now and bit me in my arse. And I swear it looked like a tortuga. And now it's the size of Mount Calaga. Ew-wee. Anyways, back to mowing.
Hey, I was wondering if they were going to be opening the Vinewood Lights racetrack again this year for the 4th of July, and if they would have the free titties and beers and smokes as promised last time. Thank you if you could.
Saying drinking beer in public should be a human right. You can smoke behind a parking lot, but crack a cold one on a sidewalk, and suddenly you're a menace to society? Bro, I drank 2 piss washers behind a daycare and gave life advice to a pigeon. That bird's got goals, man. I named him Gerald, and we're starting a podcast. First episode, why my cousin get arrested for public nudity.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of the show. I'm calling today because I have a question. Yeah, sorry again. Big fan. How do I remove a soft cylinder from a lager beer can? Preferably, not damaged. The cylinder shall not be damaged. Yeah, sorry, thank you.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access.
Where big-time dreams meet
downtown delusion.
You know, I was really looking forward to that interview. Big guest, the kind that validates the whole idea of this station. We had the whole studio cleaned. Kevin put on cologne. I mean, cologne, folks. Sure, it smelled like disappointment, but damn it, he put it on. And then 2 SUVs, half a dozen guys with rifles, a stolen cop car, and somehow a jet ski. A Sea Shark jet ski in the middle of Clinton Ave in Alta. The limo turned around before it hit Vinewood Boulevard. Honestly, I don't blame them. The gay bar across the street, Pitchers, has absolutely got its back entrance blown out. Someone set off explosives in their back alley and shit is everywhere. And yet, I'm still here. You're still here. Most of us are. Why? Why live in Vinewood, in Los Santos? Why live in Liberty City or Vice City? Why would anyone choose a place where a normal Tuesday night involves, I don't know, tear gas, a car chase, maybe a guy in cargo shorts, base jumping off a Ferris wheel? It's not just chaos, it's unhinged out here. But maybe that's the point. These cities don't attract people who want peace. They attract people who want something to happen. Maybe it's ego. Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's just the thrill of being the only one in your friend group who knows how to hotwire a bulldozer while dodging a drone attack. But I think these cities, they call to a certain kind of person. Someone who wants the mess. Someone who believes deep down that the madness, it means there's still possibility. That around every exploding corner might be a fresh start. A new score. A weird new friend. Or a radio station with no budget and just enough power to still be dangerous. So yeah, it's a little psychotic. But so are we. And I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, enough of that.
Toledo Bay's got a lot of things. Fog, cows, and a chicken factory full of secrets. But there's only one spot north of Chiliad where you can zap aliens, grab kitties, and maybe win a stuffed squid with one eye. Pixel Pete's Fun Time Arcade. Founded by a man who loved video games more than his own circulatory system. Pete ran this place through 3 heart attacks and a brief electrical fire. He said, "Take my left arm, just leave the pinball machines." You don't have to drive all the way to the hellhole that is Los Santos just to have degenerate fun. We got the Degenitron right here in Palito. Sticky joysticks, nasty nachos, and not a single IPA in sight. 1986 called. It's all coked up and it wants you back. We got it all. Race and Chase, Street Justice, Space Monkey 3, The Wizard's Ruin, Defender of the Faith, and the lingering scent of defeat and burnt popcorn. Pixel Pete's Fun Time Arcade, off Procopio Drive. No, we did not fix the plumbing. Bring your friends, bring the quarters, and get ready to play, you fucking loser.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood Public Access. Because, what do you have that's better to do?
You ever get hit with a memory so vivid that it makes you wonder if you ever actually left it behind? I get that sometimes. Usually when I see some smug kid in a scarf drinking overpriced espresso and calling it a personality. Reminds me of Liberty City. Ah, Liberty City. I went to college there. Not the fancy part, no. I lived in Broker, 2 floors above a deli, across from a guy who owned 3 pit bulls and 1 shirt. It was cold, crowded, loud, and I loved it. That city had grit. You didn't go to class because you wanted to learn. You went because it was the only building with central heat. The radio stations were better. The bagels were real, and if you got mugged, at least it was personal. None of this corporate, algorithm-approved crime you get out here in Vinewood. I remember cutting class to sit in a diner with some friends, talking about philosophy, music, politics, mostly trying to impress girls who would later pretend not to know us. It wasn't glamorous, but it felt like we were all going somewhere. And even if that somewhere was just back to our crumbling studio apartments with 1 working burner and a roommate named Scab, at least it was ours. I miss it. Not enough to move back, don't get me wrong. My joints don't do winter anymore, but yeah, sometimes I wish I could walk down those gray streets again, dodging cabbies and falling air conditioners, just to remember what it was like to be young and stupid and full of impossible plans. All right, enough of that. Let's shift our focus back to the phones and the young, stupid, and possible plans of Vinewood.
Tommy, I only have 1 question for you. Did you hit the nut today?
All right. Hold the phone. We've got someone on the line who I genuinely love, which is rare for this show. Calling in from the greatest falafel joint on the West Coast. No debate. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ahmed from Nutbuster in Vespucci. Ahmed, what's up, buddy?
Tommy, my brother, you are still alive. My mother asks me every week, how is that sweet man with the shoulders like a disappointed poet?
Oh, she says that? Shoulders like a poet, huh? Oh, my God. Hey, tell your mother I'm still single and I'm still emotionally malnourished.
She says you need an iron and a wife. Come to dinner. She will feed you. Braid your hair, teach you Arabic insult.
I already know a few, thanks to your falafel. Last time I ate there, I insulted myself in the mirror. It was too good, Ahmed. I was like, hey, Tommy, why do you even try to cook? You know?
You try cooking? This is why you look so sad in the eyes.
I do look sad in the eyes. You're not wrong. Listen, man, I meant to ask. You never let me pay. Ever. I show up with cash, card, coupon. I try to slip a 20 in the tip jar. Your cousin tackles me. You guys are crazy. Come on, take my money.
No, you do not pay at Nutbuster. Not you. You bring good energy. You make my mother feel like she is watching tragic French movie just by walking in. You are the art, Tommy.
I'm not art. Unemployed, essentially. That's what you're sensing. a lack of purpose.
Exactly. You are the soul of Los Santos. Lost, underpaid, smell like cigarette, and bad dream. That is our brand, and you don't pay. You elevate. Every time you walk in, people ask, is that sad man famous? And I say to them, no, but he should be.
Ahmed, you're going to make me cry on the air. Don't do this to me, man. I haven't cried since the Sprunk recall.
Oh, do not drink that poison, Tommy. That is why my cousin, he cannot blink right.
Anyway, look, if you're listening out there, Nutbuster, Magellan and Cortez, go. Eat, order the plate with the red sauce. Don't ask what's in it. Just let it happen to you.
Yes, the mystery plate. It's different every time. Sometimes it's romantic. Sometimes it fights you.
Yeah, that's how I would describe dating me.
Tommy, my friend, if I were single and less married, I would still not date you because you are a man. But I would watch you date someone else, and I would feel proud.
That's the most honest love I've ever been offered, Ahmed. Thank you.
Oh, also, if you come by tonight, I will give you new dessert. It is frozen fig stuffed with tahini and regret. You will love it.
I don't doubt that one bit. I will be right over, Ahmed. Listen, I got to go to commercial, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in. You know I always love to hear from you. You tell your mother I love her, I miss her, and she may be the only one who's ever truly cared for me.
I will tell her. And Tommy, remember, condoms are a scam. Real men risk everything for legacy. Come to Nutbuster.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you for listening to Vinewood Public Access. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to The Bottom Line every morning on Vinewood Public Access. We cover business, power, and the winners who deserve both. Frankly, you're lucky a show like this still exists. Answering the hard questions so you don't have to. Where capitalism isn't just a system, it's the system. The Bottom Line with Blayne Bartlby. Thank you for your service.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access.
Vinewood?
Public Access.
Because, what are we even doing right now? Listen up.
All right. We've got someone on the line claiming they witnessed something deeply disturbing at a private event in the hills. Caller, you are live on Vinewood Public Access. What's up?
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. So, this happened a few nights ago at one of those, adult parties. Invite only, mansion in Rockford Hills, no phones, masks, upscale kind of thing.
Yeah, I've lived here for 13 years. I've been to an orgy before, man. So what?
Right, so everything's normal and respectful, consensual. It's it's a good vibe. And then this one woman, she starts making these sounds.
What kind of sounds?
I don't know what else to call it, man. She kind of sounded like a dolphin, bro. High-pitched, rhythmic, like a echolocation kind of situation, But it was kind of sensual, maybe. I don't know, but it threw off the whole energy.
Well, maybe she was trying to find a compatible mate across the room using sonar. Who's to say we can't do that? Maybe we can do that.
I'm serious. People were weirded out. You can feel the orgy lose confidence, man.
Yeah, you hate to see it. One misplaced eek, eek, and suddenly it's flaccid panic across the board. Sad day.
It actually wasn't funny. I was having a connection with someone, two someones as a matter of fact, and she screeched like a freaking dolphin, in heat, right behind me, man. Whoa!
Well, to be fair, dolphins are one of the only animals that mate for pleasure, so maybe she's just evolved, I mean, have you considered calling her back? Maybe drop a low frequency, see if she responds.
Man, this is exactly why people don't take this show seriously, bruh.
No, this this is not why this show is not taken seriously. There are so many reasons why this show is not taken seriously. This moment that we are in together right now is far from one of them. But I really do appreciate you calling.
I came here for advice, bro. Like, I thought this was like public access, not public humiliation. Hey, you're over here mocking me, man. No,
I'm not
you know
mocking
what?
you, dolphin boy. Okay, maybe
Like,
I'm mocking you a little
done.
bit.
This was a mistake.
Oh, the blowhole hung up. Well, what are you gonna do? But this guy wants me to pity him because he was stuck between two women trying to make a threesome happen and it got difficult. Threesomes should be difficult. Learn how to earn something, you entitled piece of shit. Sorry. All right, enough of that.
Hungry? Of course you are. Come down to Spit Roasters Meat House in West Vinewood, where the portions are huge, the buns are warm, and you always leave satisfied. At Spit Roasters, we take our meats seriously. Whether you like it slow cooked, flame grilled, or just dripping in sauce, our staff is trained to handle it with care and both hands. Try our famous double stack meat tower. It's thick, it's juicy, and yes, it comes with extra napkins. And if you're feeling adventurous, ask about our backdoor special. It's not on the menu, but our chefs know exactly how to sneak it in. Spit Roasters Meat House. We don't judge your appetite. We just feed it.
You're tuned in to Vinewood Public Access. Vinewood Public Access, your home for the wild, weird, and wonderfully dysfunctional.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Vinewood Public Access. While some folks are hitting the club, some other folks are hitting the sack. And that means it is time to tuck your pistols under your pillows and settle in for Midnight Meditations with Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave. Kev, where's Dave? We'll get him in here. No, you have to get him in here. We can't keep doing this. They are going to revoke the funding from the Wellness Mindful grant thing that you applied for. We need the money, man. No, get him in here. All right, you know what? Fine. No, we can't waste any more time. Angela's not going to be here for the Getaway Chronicles in at least I'll do it. I'll do it. No, it's fine. How hard could it be? He makes the little noises and he has the machine with the stuff. Sorry about that, folks. Unfortunately, Dave is indisposed as per usual. So we will be providing your midnight meditation until Angela arrives to do the Getaway Chronicles. So everybody relax. Everybody just, chill out, take a breath. And there's these are the soothing tones of we're supposed to have here. And then I think we can, there's this machine. He uses this thing. Here, look. You are slowly falling asleep. You are heading off to dreamland. There's a dream of you in a meadow, and there's deer, and you're all alone. But it's very quiet and peaceful, except for the Kevin, this is ridiculous, man. There's no way this is helping anybody going to sleep. You know what? Forget about it. I don't understand why we even do this. They can take the money. This is not putting anyone to sleep. This is going to drive people insane. This is not good. I don't like this. We're done with this. Let's just, okay, we're going to go to the Getaway Chronicles because this is not helping anyone go to sleep. This is terrible.
Some banks are built to keep people out. Others are built to lure them in. Pacific Standard wasn't just a bank, it was a stage. They say the vault was emptied 10 years ago. They say every crew that tries gets a little closer. They say if you pull it off just right, you win something bigger than money. Pacific Standard, a perfect miss. That's how they got 4 fools with complimentary delusions to try again. There was the driver, a getaway man who refused to operate anything that burned gas. Electric is ethical, he said, and insisted on using bikes that sounded like sad toasters. Then there was the hacker, brilliant, jittery, and nursing a breakup so recent it had a visible timestamp. She had 3 screens, 6 burner phones, and 1 emotional support lizard in a hoodie. Her name was Cypher. Crowd control came in wearing a black turtleneck. They didn't bring a gun, they brought a speech. Spoken iambic pentameter told the hostages, "Fear not, for thou art merely unpaid extras in a grand criminal ballet." And then the safecracker. A legend taught by monks in North Yankton claimed he could crack anything with 1 ear and 2 fingers. Also claimed he couldn't work unless blindfolded to commune with the vault's spirit. They met once at a karaoke bar, planned the job between 2 renditions of Baker Street. It was beautiful. Doomed, but beautiful. The day of the job, everything went almost right. The driver synced the timing. Cypher looped the cameras. Theater Kid delivered a monologue about greed. The vault opened like a flower. But there was nothing inside. No cash, no gold, not even a promotional tote bag. And that's when the real twist hit. The bank manager came down the stairs, no panic, no security, just slow clapping like he'd seen this play before. He said, "Nice run. Best one this year. You almost had it." Because this is what really happened. They asked where the money was. He laughed, said vault's been empty since 2015. You think we'd leave actual assets in Vinewood? Turned out Pacific Standard was just a myth kept alive by criminals desperate to believe in perfection. A rite of passage. A test. A trap. A joke. They didn't even get arrested, just sent home. The driver opened a dealership. Cypher started a podcast. Theater Kid booked a role in a Sprunk commercial. The safecracker, still blindfolded, still listening for spirits. Some heists are about money. Others are about pride. This one was about the illusion of control in a city built on chaos. And if you ever try to rob the Pacific Standard Bank, just remember, the only thing behind that vault door is your own reflection. And maybe, if you're lucky, a slow round of applause. This was Pacific Standard, a perfect miss. I'm Angela Steele, and you're still free to leave. This has been The Getaway Chronicles.